Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. And also keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. Alright folks, here we are toward the end of the trading day on Monday, August 30th. We're going to take a look at ALIT today, or Alight. This ticker was recommended or requested by someone in the comments on a previous video. If you would like me to cover a particular ticker, feel free to drop that in the comments below. I'll add it to the list. If I don't reply to you and say that I have added it to the list, then assume that I haven't seen the comment and feel free to add it to the comment in a future video or reiterate it until I acknowledge it. Just know also that I'm about 25-30 tickers behind, so it will take a little bit of time, but I'm looking for ways to try to solve that backlog and see if there's a way to churn some of these out faster, but just keep those few things in mind. Now, I've done the chart here so far, so I just want to share what I'm seeing and we'll call it a video. But basically, ALIT here on the daily chart, you see this big run up to 1451, trailed off, built a big base here, which can then sometimes lead to a big move. You often think of that or hope for that to the upside if you're bullish, but obviously this moved down quite a bit further to the downside. Now, a couple of things to my mind are happening. One, the MACD is trying really hard to save this most recent run up. I don't know if it'll be able to or not. It is making a series of lower lows on the MACD line itself. That said, it's also looking like it's trying to effectuate a bullish crossover at the moment, so sort of hanging like suspended here well above, or at least above the baseline on the MACD. And so to me, it's not the most ideal setup for entering a position, so I'm not planning to take one at the moment, but it could certainly have another run in it. I would just wait to see what it does on the MACD and go from there. Also, the volume dying down quite a bit since we had this big jump up with red volume here. Now, do see some green volume continuing to come back in. I would like to see it peeking its head over this blue line though, in order to feel that there's really an influx of buying pressure that is hitting this ticker. Now, on the chart itself, some bullish signals. The 20 MA bullish cross over the 50, that may be helping drag the price up at the moment, and then a fresh, like as of today, maybe Friday, a fresh crossover of the 20 over the 200. So that's good. The 50 though is still kind of keeping its distance from the 200. The red is 200, the yellow is 50, and they're kind of moving in parallel with each other. What I would like to see it do, if it's actually going to have another bullish run in it, is that 50 to start closing the distance between itself and the 200, and have the 50 also have a bullish crossover through and above the 200. Now that would be a second bullish crossover on the MAs, and then it has immediate support here at this 1060 level. That's this blue line right here, and that's what it's battling with right now at the moment. You see resistance, support there previously, and then if we back it up here, so there's a previous resistance and support level, and then support and resistance level here as well. And to the upside, if it is able to come up, I would see its next resistance level up at about $11. It could have some challenges there based on previous supply and demand zones that we see in this area here. And then if it does come down and it needs another area of support, I would look at that $10 mark. It just happens to be that these are nice round numbers. I didn't pick it because it was $10 and $11. I just picked it out because that's where I saw the supply and demand zones. But you see this $10 zone cuts through this resistance, this support, this resistance, this support. So it captures that pretty recently, and then it was a big area of the base here. It was flip-flopping between resistance and support repetitively at that point. So it was trying to establish sort of a base. And so, that's what I would look for to the downside. Obviously, also since the price is above the MAs at the moment, the MAs could provide additional support if it tries to fall through them as well. Now, the other thing that's coming up here is this flagging out. So if it continues to stay between these two white lines, it'll flag out here at about September 22nd, 23rd. I mean, it starts to get really narrow around the 17th, 20th of September. So I don't know if it'll continue to stay in that range, but if it does, we could see another big move as it flags out. Now, whether it's going to be a big move to the upside or to the downside, I don't know. I know a lot of folks worry that flag in this direction could be a big move to the downside. I have plenty of examples of areas where it flags out in a similar fashion to the upside. So to me, I like to just see what it does. I mean, to the same degree, it doesn't have to do anything. It could continue to bat itself between 1060 and 11, that support and resistance zone, and just kind of move sideways. So just something to keep an eye out for. Of course, nothing is 100% guaranteed. Don't exactly know what a stock is going to do. Just look for sort of signs and signals and wait to see what they do when they get there. But those are the ones those are the sort of trends and areas of the chart that I'd be looking at the moment to try to figure out what's going to happen. Again, to me, a good thing is the price action right now is above these MAs, so it could offer additional support as it comes down. It doesn't have to, but it certainly could. But I would like to see that 50 MA make a bullish cross of that 200. And right now, like I said, it's just kind of moving in parallel with it. And I would really like to see it close the gap and make a move toward it. But it's going to require some additional green volume and some pressure from the bulls in order to push that price up for sure. And maybe it even prematurely jumps out of this wedge. I mean, this sort of just formed today because this wick happened to reach up here. Otherwise, this would have been down here, right? So sort of ever evolving and not really the most data points yet to confirm this flag. So this could go kaput at any time. All right, well, I hope that your trading week got off to a good start today, and I appreciate you watching. I will see you in the next video.